Hello friends, has this ever happened to you? You go to bed thinking you've had enough sleep, but wake up feeling drained, irritable, and foggy-headed. Whether you sleep too little or too much, mornings feel like a drag and your entire day is ruined before it even begins. Why does this happen? It's not just you. Millions experience this regularly. And the reason isn't how long you sleep, it's when you wake up. Yes, that's the key. It doesn't matter if you sleep 6, 7, or even 8 hours. If you wake up at the wrong moment in your sleep cycle, you'll feel exhausted and unmotivated. So let's understand how sleep actually works. Sleep doesn't happen in one long block. You might think, I slept from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's 8 hours. I should feel great, right? Not exactly. Human sleep happens in cycles, each lasting about 90 minutes. In one night, you typically go through 4 to 6 of these cycles. Each cycle includes 5 distinct stages. 1. Light drowsiness. You're drifting off. 2. Light sleep. Your body begins to relax. 3. Deep sleep. Brain and body begin real recovery. 4. Very deep sleep. Full shutdown, deepest rest. 5. REM. Brain becomes active again while the body remains still. After these 5 stages, a new cycle begins. The problem: waking up at the wrong time. If your alarm wakes you during stage 3 or 4, when you in deep or very deep sleep, your body gets shocked out of rest. You'll likely experience heavy fatigue, grogginess and disorientation, mood swings and irritability, mental fog all day long. Why? Because your brain and body are at their lowest functioning state during those deep stages. Suddenly forcing them awake is like trying to sprint the moment you wake up from anesthesia. The key takeaway: sleeping longer doesn't mean sleeping better. To wake up refreshed, you need to wake up when your body is naturally ready to rise. The secret is to time your sleep to end at the transition point between sleep cycles, typically after 4.5, 6, or 7.5 hours. And in the next part, I'll show you exactly how to calculate that timing, so you can wake up clear-headed and energized. How to wake up without coffee. Even with little or lots of sleep, waking up exhausted in the morning isn't always because you didn't get enough sleep. Sometimes it's because ... you woke up at the wrong time. Sounds odd, doesn't it? But sleep science is clear. You can get a full 8 hours of sleep. But if you wake up at the wrong phase of your sleep cycle, especially the deepest one, you'll still feel drained. The science behind a right sleep. Our bodies don't sleep in a straight line from eyes closed to eyes open. Sleep happens in a series of 90-minute cycles, and each cycle has 5 distinct stages. Light sleep onset, light sleep, deep sleep, very deep sleep, REM sleep. Here's the key. If you wake up in the middle of a cycle, especially in stage 3 or 4, your body and brain will still be in shutdown mode. That's why you feel groggy, confused, irritated, or even panicked when the alarm blares. Your system simply isn't ready to wake up. The fix: wake up at the right time based on 90-minute cycles. Here's a life-changing trick I've used for over a year now. A simple formula to calculate your ideal wake-up time based on how your sleep cycles work. No coffee needed, no miracle pills, just science. Where 1.5 hours equals 1 full sleep cycle. Number of cycles equals ideally between 3 and 5. Time to fall asleep equals usually around 14 minutes. Example 1. Bedtime at 10 p.m. Let's say you go to bed at 10 p.m. and want to get 5 full cycles. Wake-up time equals 10 p.m. plus 7.5 hours plus 14 minutes equals 5:44 a.m. You'll wake up feeling fresh, alert, and even grateful you didn't snooze 5 times. Example 2. Late night at 1 a.m. Sound familiar? You're working late and hit the bed at 1 a.m., but need to be up before 6 a.m. Of course, this is for emergency situations. No one recommends sleeping like this every night. But when life gets messy, this is your science-based survival tool. How many cycles should you sleep? 3 cycles. 4 tough nights when you have no choice. 4 cycles. a decent fallback option. 5 cycles, ideal for most adults. 6 cycles, great for recovery and full energy. But if you sleep less than 3 cycles, your body won't have enough time to restore, even if you wake at the right moment. A small but serious warning. Let's say you calculated your perfect wake-up time and your alarm goes off right on schedule. But instead of getting up, you stay in bed and doze off again. That's when you might accidentally slip into a new sleep cycle, and suddenly, you're waking up 30 minutes later, deep in stage 2, 3, or even 4, again back to being groggy and irritated. So please remember this: when it's time to get up, don't snooze, don't roll over, don't tempt fate. You did the math, you set yourself up, trust your rhythm and rise. To sum it up, if you want to wake up without feeling drained, remember these 3 golden rules. Sleep in 90-minute cycles, at least 3, ideally 5. Calculate your exact wake-up time using the formula. Don't snooze, or you risk falling into another cycle. And if this method helps you, please share it with your loved ones, because everyone deserves to wake up with clarity and energy, not exhaustion and dread. 5 common mistakes that ruin your mornings. Now that you've learned how to calculate your ideal wake-up time using sleep cycles, you might think the problem is solved. But hang on, there's more to energy than just sleep math. A lot of people still wake up tired, even after sleeping the right number of hours. Why? Because they make one or several of the following common mistakes. Let's break them down. Mistake number 1. Ignoring your internal body clock. Even if you wake at the end of a sleep cycle, doing it at the wrong time of your body's circadian rhythm can leave you groggy. Your circadian rhythm is a 24-hour internal clock that controls your energy, alertness, and hormone levels. It's influenced by sunlight, so ideally, you sleep during the night when your melatonin peaks. You wake around sunrise when cortisol and alertness naturally rise. If you constantly shift your sleep schedule, like sleeping at 2 a.m. some days and 10 p.m. on others, you confuse your body. It's like having jet lag without ever leaving home. Fix. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends. Stability equals energy. Mistake number 2. Using the snooze button. You know the drill. Alarm goes off. You hit snooze. You drift for 5, 10, 15 more minutes, and then you wake up feeling worse. Why? Because your brain re-enters a new sleep cycle and you wake up in the middle of it. Fix. Get up immediately when your alarm rings, especially if you timed it based on a full cycle. Pro tip: put your alarm across the room so you have to stand up to turn it off. Mistake number 3. Waking up in darkness. Light tells your body it's time to wake up. If your room is dark, your brain still thinks it's nighttime even at 7 a.m. Fix. As soon as you wake up, expose yourself to natural light, open your curtains, step onto your balcony, or turn on a bright daylight lamp. This resets your internal clock and signals your body to produce energy-boosting hormones like cortisol and serotonin. Mistake number 4. Not drinking water after waking. While you sleep, your body becomes slightly dehydrated. That dehydration causes fatigue, brain fog, and low mood in the morning. Fix. Drink a glass of water first thing when you wake up. Even 200 to 300 milliliters of water can make a noticeable difference in mental clarity. Bonus tip: add a pinch of sea salt or lemon for better absorption. But here's the science. Your natural cortisol level peaks within 30 to 45 minutes after waking. If you drink coffee too early before this peak, you waste its effects, and you're more likely to crash later in the day. Fix. Delay your first cup of coffee by 60 to 90 minutes after waking. Let your body do its job first, then support it. Bonus: what to do if you still feel tired. Sometimes, even after doing everything right, sleep cycles, light exposure, hydration, you still feel foggy. That's normal. It could be sleep debt from previous days, high stress or anxiety, blood sugar fluctuations, lack of movement fixes. Go for a quick 5 to 10 minute walk in sunlight. Eat a light protein-rich breakfast. Avoid sugary snacks early in the day. And most importantly, don't panic. You're building a system. Some days will be harder than others, but over time, your energy will become stable. Let's recap the most common energy killers: irregular sleep schedule, hitting snooze, waking in darkness, not drinking water, relying on coffee too early. These are all fixable, and you now have the tools. Your sleep isn't just a time slot, it's a system, and when you work with it, not against it. Night Owl Emergency Plan: how to sleep at 1 a.m. and still wake up energized. Let's face it, life isn't always neat and tidy. Deadlines run late, inspiration hits after midnight, or maybe you just couldn't fall asleep on time. So what if it's already 1 a.m. and you have to wake up before 6 a.m.? Do you just suffer through the next day like a zombie? No, here's the plan. Step 1. Accept that you'll sleep less, but smarter. You're not aiming for a full 7.5-hour night. That's ideal, but not always possible. What you're redoing instead is salvaging what you can by working with your body's natural sleep cycles. Remember, one cycle equals 90 minutes, and we want to complete full cycles. So we wake up at the optimal moment, not in the middle of deep sleep. Step 2. Use the formula. Let's plug it in. Wake up time equals sleep time plus time it takes to fall asleep. You'll have to choose how many cycles you can realistically fit before your alarm. Let's say sleep time equals 1 a.m. You have to wake by equals 6 a.m. Time to fall asleep equals approximately 14 minutes. Let's test the options. So, if you sleep at 1 a.m., wake up at 5:44 a.m., that gives you 3 full cycles. It's not ideal, but it's the best emergency fix that leaves you least groggy. Warning: don't go below 3 cycles. Why not just sleep 2 cycles, or 1 cycle? Because science shows that anything below 3 full cycles means incomplete body restoration. Higher cortisol and stress, poor memory and focus, mood swings and immune suppression. So never dip below 3 unless it's an absolute life or death situation. Why does this work? Because waking up at the end of a cycle helps your brain complete memory processing, exit deep sleep smoothly, prepare your hormones for alertness. Whereas waking in deep sleep triggers what researchers call sleep inertia, a foggy, impaired state that can last for hours. Bonus tips to boost morning energy. If you've only had 3 cycles, try this upon waking. 1. Stand up immediately. Avoid the temptation to snooze. You're in a fragile state. Get up before you fall into a new cycle. 2. Splash your face with cold water. Triggers the nervous system and reduces drowsiness. 3. Expose yourself to light. Use sunlight or a bright lamp to reset your internal clock fast. 4. Stretch or do 10 jumping jacks. This improves blood flow and signals your body to wake up fully. 5. Breathe deeply. Try 1 minute of box breathing. Inhale for south, hold for south, exhale for south, hold for south. Recap: emergency night owl wake-up plan. If it's 1 a.m. and you must wake up early, don't panic. Use the cycle formula. Choose 3 cycles minimum. Wake up at the end of the last cycle. Use light, water, movement, and breathing to reset your brain. You may not feel amazing, but you'll feel functional, and sometimes that's enough. How to turn this into a daily habit and sleep smarter for life. So far, we've learned why you wake up tired even after a full night's sleep, how sleep cycles work, how to use a 90-minute sleep formula, how to survive a late night and still wake up energized. Now comes the most powerful part. How do we make this a sustainable habit? Because let's be honest, knowing the formula is one thing, but actually using it every day. That's a game changer. Let's break it down. Step 1. Set a target wake-up time and stick to it. Instead of trying to fix your bedtime, start by fixing your wake-up time. Why? Because wake-up time is what sets your body's internal clock. It tells your brain when to release hormones like melatonin and cortisol. Wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends, and your body will begin adjusting bedtime automatically. For most adults, a wake-up time between 5:30 a.m. and 7 a.m. works well. Choose what fits your lifestyle. Step 2. Count backwards using sleep cycles. Once you know when you want to wake up, simply count backward in 90-minute blocks to find your ideal bedtime. Let's say you want to wake at 6:30 a.m. Here are your options. 6 cycles. You can sleep at 9 p.m. 5 cycles. You can sleep at 10:30 p.m. 4 cycles. You can sleep at 12 o'clock a.m. 3 cycles. You can sleep 1:30 a.m. at approximately 15 minutes for falling asleep. Most people thrive with 5 cycles equals 7.5 hours. Step 3. Build a sleep-triggering night routine. You can't expect to just crash and fall asleep instantly. Your brain needs a cue that sleep is coming. Try this 30 to 60-minute wind-down routine. Turn off all bright screens. Blue light suppresses melatonin. Dim your room lights, signals your brain that night has arrived. Do something calm and familiar, like stretching, journaling, or reading fiction. Use a trigger, same music playlist, scent, or breathing exercise every night. Your brain loves patterns. Give it one. Step 4. Use sleep tools. Tracking helps you stay consistent. Apps. Try Sleep Cycle, Sleeptown, or Better Sleep. Old school. Just use a journal. Note bedtime, wake time, energy level, and how many cycles you completed. After 1 to 2 weeks, you'll see patterns. Maybe 4 cycles aren't enough. Maybe you need more wind down time. Maybe 6:30 a.m. is too early for your lifestyle. Tweak and adjust, but stick to one variable at a time. Step 5. Use morning rituals to lock it in. When you wake up, do the same first 3 things every day. For example, get out of bed immediately, brush teeth, plus splash cold water. Stand in sunlight or balcony for 5 minutes. Why? These morning anchors help your brain realize this is morning, time to be alert. It also helps set your circadian rhythm for the next night. Yes, what you do in the morning influences how you sleep at night. What happens if you slip? Life happens. You sleep late. You oversleep. You hit snooze 3 times. Don't panic. Don't reset everything. Just pick up the next day. Sleep is a rhythm, not a race. As long as you keep returning to your cycle-based mindset, your body will recalibrate. It's like learning to ride a bike. You might wobble at first, but one day it clicks, and you don't even have to think about it. Final thought. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a skill. Most people think sleep is something that just happens. But high performers, athletes, CEOs, even monks, treat it like a craft, something to study, optimize, and master. The best part, you don't need supplements. You don't need money. You just need a working brain, the right knowledge, and a willingness to experiment. Start with your next bedtime. Use the formula. Respect your cycles. Protect your wake-up window. Do that for 7 days, and I promise you'll never look at sleep the same way again. Conclusion. You don't need to sleep more. You need to sleep smarter. Let me ask you one final question. How many mornings have you wasted waking up groggy, snapping at people, feeling behind before the day even starts? You don't need more hours in bed. You need to wake up at the right time and go to bed with the right rhythm. That's it. The science is clear. The tools are simple. The choice, that's yours. You can keep waking up like a zombie, or you can wake up clear, calm, and ready. What happens when you wake up right? You get more done in less time. You're calmer with your partner, your kids, your team. You make better decisions because your brain's not foggy. You feel proud because you didn't snooze your life away. This is the compound effect of sleep. Tiny shifts every day that build a powerful life. You don't have to trust me. Test it. Try it for 3 days. Use the formula. Track your wake-up mood. Sleep 3 to 5 cycles. Avoid the death zone. If you feel even 20% better, keep going. If it doesn't work, you've lost nothing. But if it does, you've just unlocked a superpower you can use for life. One last favor, if this video helped you, I ask just one thing. Send it to someone you care about. Not because I want the views, but because you know someone who wakes up tired every day and thinks it's normal. It's not. Help them rediscover what mornings are supposed to feel like. Light, clear, energized, hopeful. Final reminder, you are not lazy. You're just waking up wrong. Now you know how to fix it. Not someday, not next month, tonight. Go test it. Sleep smarter. Wake up like it matters, because it does. See you in the next video. If you found this video helpful, don't just keep it to yourself. Hit like so the algorithm knows you care. Hit share so maybe one friend of yours can wake up a little less tired tomorrow. Hit subscribe so every week you get one new tool to live healthier, more awake, and more in control of your life. You don't need to change the whole world. Just change how you start your morning. And if I can help you do that each week, then hit that subscribe button and let's keep going together. Sleep well and wake up sharp.